Hi, my name is Diego. This is my iteration 4 presentation on my inventory dashboard project. The stages of the software development lifecycle for this project were approached using the Agile software development methodology. The following slides display UML diagrams produced mostly from reverse engineering. All of the diagrams will also be available in the GitHub repository that I've linked to the end of this slideshow. I will not go into an in-depth analysis of each diagram because this type of analysis is most appropriate when done within the context of an analysis of the design document, not this demo presentation. The design document will also be included in the linked repository. This is the use case diagram. This diagram shows all actors and user stories. The associate actor interacts with the application the most. The manager, which is an associate with a flag set, only interacts with the application to remove records from the database, and the hacker only interacts with the application when they try to log in. This diagram shows the relationships between the classes and their members. These classes follow a similar pattern. Each class represents a page that the actor interacts with. Each page expects to receive a set of records to display, some form posting data to some endpoint, a logout button, user authentication credentials, and a style sheet. The login process has two possible actors, an associate and a hacker. In either case, the actor requests and receives access to the login page, submits a form with credentials to the login endpoint, and has access to the rest of the application approved or rejected based on the credentials. Creating a record is achievable through only one endpoint. An actor can submit information to a form there. The information is validated and posted to the middleware if valid. In the middleware, the actor is authenticated, and upon successful authentication, the form data is processed. Finally, some data is returned to the page. Reading records is similar to creating records. An actor submits information to a form. The information is validated, then posted to the middleware, where the form data is processed if the user is successfully authenticated. Finally, some data is returned to the page. The endpoint shown here is just one endpoint that uses this process. Many pages also incorporate this process to accomplish their main task. Updating records is similar to the previous process. An actor submits information to a form. The information is validated, then posted to the middleware, where the form is processed if the user is successfully authenticated. Finally, some data is returned to the page. Deleting records is similar to previous processes. An actor submits information to a form. The information is validated, then posted to the middleware, where the form data is processed if the user is successfully authenticated. Finally, a message is returned to the page. Deleting records has the additional step of validating users are managers and not regular associates. This is the Select Operations page. When an actor successfully signs in, they are redirected to this page. In this demo, I've signed in as the manager already. We see that in this message here. From here, I can select what operation I would like to take. I can choose to create a new item. I can choose to read from the existing inventory. I can update the location or the quantity on a pallet for an existing item in the inventory, and I can try to delete from the inventory. If I go to create a new item in the inventory, I can fill out any information in this form and hit create inventory product. When the item is successfully created, a message will populate here on the screen saying that it's been successfully created. To validate that this item has been created, I can go to the Read Inventory Items page and pull that item by label. Here we see my new item that is not scheduled for deletion added into the inventory. If I want to update the location, let's say, of this item, I can go to the Update Existing Inventory Item Location page and update it. First, I need to look up the item, ABC123, and then I need to click on the item that I want to update. I can easily identify which item is mine because it's the only item that is not scheduled for deletion. so I'll click on that item. Now a new form populates in the storage location window, and I can choose to enter what value I would like to update the location to, and then submit the form. On successful update, I am greeted with a message here at the top. I can also choose to delete this item. Here is my item. I know it's my item because it's in the location A1. So if I try to delete this item, I should be greeted with a success message. Here is my success message. If I look up all the items again, I see that the scheduled for deletion date has been updated to the current date. If I log out and try to log in like a hacker would, I need to know the password. So as a hacker, if I try to sign in without having the proper credentials, I cannot gain access. If I sign in as an associate, I have limited privileges. Here I've signed in as an associate, and once again, I see the exact same content that a manager would see on a successful sign-in. I also have the same abilities as a manager, with the exception of deleting. I can't delete from the inventory because as this associate, I am not a manager. If I go to the delete from inventory page and try to delete an item, I will be greeted with a message that says it's been unsuccessful. It doesn't give the reason why, but I am unsuccessful in my effort to delete this product because I am not a manager. If I want to see the transaction history for a specific product, I can also do that. To do that, I need to go to the Read Inventory Items page. Let's say I want to see details for all items that have been stored in location A1. There's only one item, so only one item populates in the table. This table has a column that leads to another page filled with the contents, see details. If I click this button, I'll be taken to the other page. This page shows me the inventory product details. It includes all the information that was displayed on the previous page, plus the transaction history. Here I see that the item ABC123 was created by a manager, moved by a manager, and then deleted by a manager, all with timestamps. This item was created and deleted by a manager. I can still make changes to it. In this page, I can see that this item is in storage location A1, which isn't right because it's scheduled for deletion. This item should be moved to the finished location. So I'll go ahead and do that as this unprivileged user. I found the item ABC123 in location A1. So I need to click on it and I can update its location and submit the form. I receive the inventory product location updated successfully message, and I see the updated item here on the table below. This concludes my project demonstration. Please leave all feedback in the comments below. Thank you.